All right, everybody, welcome to Fantasy Football Today, presented by BetMGM. Make it legendary. We're waiting to see what happens at the goal line here. Heath is dancing around, fired. What happened?
This has probably been, I've needed the high energy today. It's probably been, I saw a comment in the chat from Andy. Sundays just before kickoff are the best. Wow, do we have a lot to talk about for today's games.
Oh, we do?
Lots of line movement, lots of wind.
Yeah.
It's a huge game for fantasy playoff implications. Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah. Well, let's break some wind here, Heath. What are you seeing in that regard?
That's crazy.
I'm glad you liked that, Gibbs. Listen, I'm pretty scared of the passing games in Buffalo and Cleveland and a little bit in New York and then only slightly in Pittsburgh. There's 4 games that have win concerns. Pittsburgh looks the least concerning. The rest of them are may be really bad in Cleveland and Buffalo.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Lamar and Josh Allen do enough with their legs. You're not thinking about sitting them. But I was low on Baker Mayfield at the beginning of the week. The weather has only validated that. I would not start Baker Mayfield.
What's up, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm really glad to start this conversation this way. Like, I've got a really tough decision with Baker versus Matt Stafford in an important league. I feel like it's easy Stafford for you guys, but I'm actually pretty nervous about him against this defense, getting a lot of pressure on him. I've been higher than consensus on Baker pretty much all week, and now the wind is scaring me off of that take. It's a crazy week.
The idea of sitting Stafford with the way he's playing.
Well, the way I look at it is like the touchdown regression has to come unless he's going to throw 50 touchdowns this year, and this just feels like the perfect spot for it. I really have so much faith in the Seattle defense and the coaching staff there. I feel like they've been ahead of the league all year long. We'll see how this goes. I'm nervous about Stafford in this spot.
I think that just highlighted something that this time of year is often on my mind. The touchdown regression has to come. I agree. But as we've seen from history, the touchdown regression doesn't have to come in this season.
Sure. I mean, maybe he'll throw 50 touchdowns and just win MVP. Like, that could happen. And this would be a huge statement game for that to happen in.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mayfield is a tough one. Tez Johnson is one that we're going to get asked about. Don't start Keon Coleman because he's not playing today. He's benched for being late to a team meeting, reportedly. And I'm just going to see, I'm sure everybody already knows what happened, but I'm going to just watch this 4th and goal play, and it is Dolphins ball. So, all right, 13-13 there. It's been an interesting game. The teams have really moved the ball pretty well. They're not throwing a lot of incompletions or anything. Like, how many incompletions today? 11 incompletions all day. They're just really struggling in the red zone, settling for field goals. Both teams had a false start penalty on a 4th and 1 that made them kick a field goal. Both teams have been stopped near the goal line. So, it's left a lot of points off the board. Anyway, weather is the big concern for what Heath just said. It's really that Buffalo game, that Baltimore game, but not the Giants game. Not the Packers.
Well, I think maybe I overlooked that one a little bit because I wasn't really super excited about the passing games for either of those two teams either.
Okay.
I know everyone's excited about Jameis, and I cheer for Jameis. I hope that he has a great day. But against the Packers with these weapons, now in this weather, I can't imagine trust. I wouldn't start him in a 2-quarterback league.
All right. Okay. Hit that like button if you wouldn't mind. Let's get started with your questions, and it would really help us if you do hit like, so hit it. Jordan Addison or Keenan Allen, PPR?
Addison.
I have them back to back. I have Allen one spot higher, but no conviction, so go with Jacob.
Okay. McMillan, Devontae Smith, Parker, Washington?
Sit Parker, Washington.
Yeah, it's actually pretty close between Parker Washington and T-Mac. I'm fine going with Washington if you feel good about it. Definitely Devontae of the 3.
That comma really threw me off there. Need a tight end in half PPR and 2 flex. So Kelsey or Fannin. Kelsey, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we need 2 flex. Fannin, Parker Washington, Keenan Allen.
I'm fine with the receivers. It's weirdly close between Fannin and Keenan for me.
I have the receivers.
Yeah, again, if you want a tiebreaker, very windy, bad for passing in that Cleveland-Baltimore game.
I don't know that it'll necessarily be bad for Harold Fannin's targets.
But it's bad. It's just bad. Like, I knew you were going to say that, and I kind of agree with you because I said the same thing about Cade Otton when we were talking 3 hours ago.
Like, I think it really might hurt Jerry Jeudy, so get him out of here.
Yeah, but I just think it's bad in general. But I was thinking about that. I wish I could look that up. Do running backs catch more passes or tight ends catch more passes in windy games? I don't.
You could look that up.
You could?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Look that up.
I don't know if I could, but you could.
How do you think I could on True? I mean, if anyone could, Jacob could do it. I think that's my prediction. But all right, back to your questions here. I need a flex. Oh, Ollie Gordon. Get out of here, Ollie Gordon. I know what I was going to say. Okay, I'll tell you after this. Montgomery, Jennings, Keenan Allen. Give me a flex.
We don't know the format.
We don't.
Let's go PPR.
Jennings.
I have Jennings in PPR.
Okay, have PPR.
I'd still probably go with Jennings.
Okay.
I have Montgomery higher and half PPR. It's definitely between those two.
I was going to prepare a song for Heath. I couldn't figure out what the song was going to be, but I was going to take some popular song and put Heath's name in it and sing it to Heath because I thought Greg Dulcich was going to have a good game. He had a couple of early catches. I started Greg Dulcich in a league because of Heath's recommendation.
Yeah.
He could have had 2 touchdowns this game. Should have had 1. It looked like a great call, but I'm not going to sing any song because he's.
I started him in Jacob's tight end crazy dynasty league.
Well, you and I
think it was a good start. This has been a tilting game.
Yes,
I started him over Pollard.
Yeah.
Oh man, DJ Moore or Brock Wright, tight end premium 2 points.
What a week.
Double.
Yeah.
Sure, start Brock Wright. I don't feel great about DJ Moore.
I'd go Brock Wright.
How about standard scoring, Marks or Aaron Jones?
Jones for me.
That's for me, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, I'll say Jones too. I'm agreeable today. Agreeable.
Marks or JMO?
JMO.
It's tough.
It is tough, and there's no indication of format. I think I'm going with Woody.
Yeah, the question I've been asked by many people today, and I swear this is not, I don't have this decision to make in any of my leagues, but 2 players that are giving me fits are Marks and Kamani Vidal. And do you guys feel very confident in either?
I like them both. I don't know if you can say confident necessarily with the state of those offensive lines, but yeah, I like them both as starts if you have to go there.
There's Vidal over Marks for me.
All right. Let's see, AJ Brown or Cortland Sutton?
Yeah. Doesn't feel good starting either of them right now. I've got Sutton ahead of AJ Brown.
Sutton's definitely ahead in the projections. I've moved Brown way up in the rankings because he's AJ Brown, but I think Sutton's safer.
I'd go AJ Brown, I guess, but I'm here to break ties, so never mind. Go Sutton then. 1 wide receiver and 2 flexes. Michael Wilson, Ricky Pearsall, Trey Tucker, Quentin Johnston, Xavier Worthy, Jerry Jeudy. Let's start with a wide receiver. Wilson, Pearsall, Tucker, QJ, Worthy, Jeudy.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of names. I've got Quentin Johnston 1 spot ahead of Trey Tucker as the top of 2 out of that group.
Johnston for me, and Debo just fumbled. Come on, Debo.
Is that what happened?
It was a muffed punt. I think that goes down as a fumble, right?
That wasn't Debo.
It wasn't?
No. It was a different guy.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're good. So QJ is the wide receiver?
And then two flexes. I'm going with Woody and Trey Tucker.
I'm going with Woody and Pearsall.
It's amazing how few Raiders I want to start, and I feel like with Tucker, with Geno, they could have really good games, but it's hard to recommend them.
Yes, it is.
Chase Brown or Javonte Williams?
Javonte.
Yep.
Oh, the most handsome podcasters on YouTube. That is true.
It checks out.
Yeah. Non-PPR, Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey, Devontae Smith, or Woody Marks?
I'm going to go with Chase Brown.
Yep.
I'm going to say it doesn't matter, Senor Football, because you already have McCaffrey, Travion Henderson, JSN, and Rashee Rice. So you're fine. Fannin or Andrews?
Fannin.
Yeah.
Chase Brown or Devontae Smith?
Man, do we have a projection on that? That's really close, I feel like.
Super, super helpful projections on that. I have Devontae projected for 15.07 and Chase Brown for 15.22. So Chase Brown.
I would go Chase Brown. Chase Brown, again, I don't know if it's going to happen, but 96% of the snaps last week, 2 weeks ago, last game, without P. Ryan. P. Ryan's inactive today. That's just enormous. Pick 3. One of them has to be a tight end. Gadsden, Kelsey, Franklin, Shakir, Vidal, Rachaad White.
Gadsden, Vidal, and Shakir.
Yeah.
At the risk of, making a fool of myself, if Rachaad White has a good game. Rachaad White is someone that I don't think I've answered Rachaad White once, today or in emails or whatever. I don't really see a reason to start him. He'll probably get 3 or 4 catches, but
he might get 10 carries and he gets Buffalo. That could be 5 points. Yeah,
it's true. I don't think he's going to work at the goal line, be my guess, but I can't get on board with that one. That's why people are asking about him, because they want to get away from him. Jameson Williams or Wan'Dale Robinson, half PPR?
I actually do have Wan'Dale. I think people are really high on JMO this week, but I'm still worried about the matchup.
I've got Wan'Dale.
I was thinking, what's different about Wan'Dale Robinson and Michael Wilson?
Wan'Dale's been earning a lot of targets for a long time.
Right, I understand that Wan'Dale is the proven version of and Wilson's more the theoretical version. But I don't think either of them are really
Wilson's not going to probably get as many layups as Wan'Dale does.
That's what I was thinking. Is it's a lot easier, I think, to get the ball to Wan'Dale, but maybe the win knocks that down a little bit. I'm curious to hear your case for Wilson, like why you're comparing them.
It's just opportunity. I mean, it's not like we're buying into talent. We're not buying into a guy who we think is going to make a huge play or anything like that. We're just buying into targets, essentially, right? So when Jacoby Brissett played 4 weeks ago and Marvin Harrison Jr. left with a concussion, it was Zay Jones who had a huge role, and Wilson was okay, not that good.
That point, while I think it's a good one and highlights the opportunity, actually bothers me. Because Marvin Harrison Jr. went out and Zay Jones got the targets.
Wilson has scored, this is not a high number, but he has scored at least 7 fantasy points in all 4 games with Jacoby Brissett. So if he can get like 3 more targets, I think he's got 10 fantasy points coming his way, and then maybe he scores touchdowns. I would start Wan'Dale. I'm just saying, I see similarities there. All right. You know me, I never really like Wan'Dale that much.
No, you dislike probably your least favorite Giant.
No, I like him. I just think he's overrated for fantasy. Tez, Rachaad White, Rashid Shaheed, PPR.
I feel like it's White. I know he said we're never answering White, but I think I would go with him there.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared of Tez.
If the weather were better, I'd say Tez, but I don't know. I mean, like, what is the fine.
I mean, Rachaad White might have more catches than Tez.
I guess
he might.
Yeah, Tez hasn't had more than 50 yards.
I don't think so.
I'm already down 30. Start 2. Chase Brown, Quinshon Judkins. Go.
Huh.
Sorry, we have a big Adam versus Heath matchup here, and I need all the HN points I can get. Brown, Judkins, Wan'Dale, Flower. Start 2.
I feel like I would go with the running backs, but if you're like already down 30, and I'm curious if this feels right to you, like does Wan'Dale give you the most upside? If we get a crazy Jameis Winston game, does that make any sense? Like, could that happen? I feel like that could happen.
I would just go with the running backs.
But
it's full PPR.
thing I want to say about Wan'Dale Robinson. 2 games he played without Neighbors and without Slayton. Let me tell you just real quick here. It was, I think it was both of the games. Remember which games it were? Oh, it was Philadelphia and Denver. He had 6 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown for 20 fantasy points against Philadelphia. 6 catches, 95 yards on 12 targets at Denver, 15.5 PPR fantasy points.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we could get like 14 targets in this game for Wan'Dale, like pretty realistically.
I actually looked, and I have Judkins and Wan'Dale projected for the 13.60 points, both of them.
About that.
Exactly, to the 100th.
Oh, wow. Cortland Sutton. Go. Get in. Go. Cortland Sutton, Christian Watson, Troy Franklin, Romeo Dobbs, pick 2 in non-PPR.
That's the whole freaking game in a nutshell. That reaction right there.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd go with the Broncos receivers.
I would go with Dobbs and Sutton. Wait, no, Dobbs and Franklin.
I was going to say, it's like after Beyond the Box Score, I feel like you're a Franklin guy now.
I wish Franklin was a little better with all these targets he's earning.
Yeah, seriously. Like Wan'Dale. 2 in PPR. Flex and tight end. Okay, so tight end first. Ferguson or Gadsden?
Gadsden.
Mm-hmm.
And then flex.
Marks,
yeah.
Okay. Need a tight end to replace Laporta, Andrews, Schultz, Theo, or Fannin, and then Wan'Dale or Addison.
Those tight ends are all really close for me.
Yeah, Fannin's at the top for me.
I had Theo 1 spot ahead of Fannin.
And then Wan'Dale over Addison for me.
It's Wan'Dale day. DJ Moore or Jaden Higgins, and who is RJ Harvey's backup?
DJ Moore and Jaleel McLaughlin.
Nobody knows. Sean Payton knows.
Don't you like how I said it confidently, though?
Nobody knows. You know that reference? You've seen the Washington's Dream SNL skit?
I don't know. I guess not.
It's one of the best ones. It's with Schaefer. What's the name of that comedian that you like, that everyone likes? Nick Bargatze. Or Nate Bargatze. It's hilarious. Michael Wilson or Cortland Sutton?
Big play coming up, Adam. About 3 questions from now, you'll see it.
I see that stupid look on your face. I'm guessing H-Ad fumbled or something like that.
No.
Wilson?
Michael Wilson or Sutton?
Sutton.
Me too.
Why am I so far behind? Oh, get in! Aggie, are you kidding me? Is it going to be Gordon again? Oh, my God.
Well, it's 2-minute warning, so.
Oh, jeez. Parker Washington or Jerry Jeudy?
Parker Washington.
I did a really sneaky thing. I agree. In the Baked Burger League, I decided to start tanking. And so on Thursday night, I took Travion out of my lineup, but left all my starters. And then this morning, I benched all of my starters and put in all my backups. Pretty sharp, right? Make sure they didn't know I was tanking beforehand because I'm playing another bad team.
Oh, smart.
But one of my backups was Ollie Gordon.
Oh, no. Wait, did he score again? I'm just going to go ahead and look at the... Oh, he didn't score.
It's on commercial. It's 2-minute warning.
Okay. Wan'Dale, Shakir, or Jacoby Myers?
Shakir.
I've got Shakir 1 spot higher than Wan'Dale.
Yeah, it's a good one. PPR, start 3, Kyron, Vidal, Swift, Warren, Monangai.
Warren, Kyron, and Vidal.
Warren, Kyron, and Swift.
That's what I would do. Tyrone Tracy or Sean Tucker or Zach Charbonnet, and then Fannin or Loveland.
Tracy and Fannin for me.
It's Tucker and Fannin for me.
Okay. Stafford or Hurts? Oh, this is my wife's team. She's very nervous about this decision, so let's help her out.
Huh. It's pretty easily Hurts for me, but like I said, I'm nervous about Stafford. What do you guys think?
Oh, this is not Jody McGee is not my wife. I'm just saying
got Stafford
as the same.
If I was your wife, I'd use a fake name too.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jody McGee just sounds like one of those fake names. All right, way to go, Jody McGee. Stafford. Wait,
I'm sorry, Jody. I apologize for Adam.
I know. I was like, this might be this person's real name. Probably
is. It is. But anything McGee.
Yeah, you're right.
Clean up, you know. Wait, sorry. Did we all say?
You got to break the tie. I said Stafford. Jacob said Hurts.
I said Stafford.
Okay.
But again, I told her to sit Travion. So already in hot water. Parker Washington or Teteroa McMillan?
You told them to sit Travion, and then you made fun of their name live on air.
No, I told my wife to sit Travion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have not yet confirmed or denied whether that was Adam's wife. Teteroa for me.
Yeah, it's very close.
She's currently my wife. If Jalen Hurts outscores Stafford, I can make no promises for week 12.
Do you guys have any thoughts on game of the week? You feel pretty confident in the Rams here against the Seahawks?
I thought Chiefs Broncos was game of the week.
For us.
Did I make the game of the week? I made Eagles Lions the game of the week.
No, I was interrupted in the middle of a sentence while you saying game of the week about this game where nobody can score touchdowns.
Look at this game. It's coming down to the wire. See? I nailed it. Oh, Achan's in.
Let's go. Rams Seahawks is like game of the year for me. I'm like so ridiculously nerdy.
Are you kidding me? What's our answer here? Pearsall or Harvey?
Harvey.
Sure, yeah. I hope that's right.
Yeah, I'm excited for Rams Seahawks for sure. But I think people are kind of almost sleeping on Eagles.
Kicker, go here. Kicker, go here.
Oh, is it 4th and goal?
Tie game, 4th and goal. 144 left, facing Marcus Mariota.
I'm kicking.
Yeah, they're probably kicking.
They haven't been good enough in these situations.
I know, yeah. It's been a mess.
Right?
Yeah, I would go.
And I'd just give it to I would direct snap it to Achan.
I don't understand why they just don't run it outside with Achan every time against
Why don't they tush push it with him?
Tush push it with, yeah, absolutely. Sit one. Ooh. I'm going to sit Ibuka. I'm going to go weather. I'm just going to say weather.
I'm actually sitting Amon-Ra St. Brown, which is never the right answer, but he's who I have the lowest here.
I have Ibuka the low. Yeah, Ibuka.
Cade Otten. Oh, I missed that. Pearsall or Shakir?
Shakir.
Oh, no. Achan's hurt.
Don't say that.
He's walking, but he's not going to be on the 4th down play if they go for it.
All right, just direct snap it to Dulcich then. Cade Otten, Pat Freiermuth, or Dalton Schultz?
I bet Greg Dulcich could do a tush push.
I would go with Otten.
Otten.
I swear, if Dalton Schultz scores 3 points again and has his second, he's only had one bad game in the last 6 weeks, and that was the week that me and Dave and Jamie were all pretty high on him, and Jacob's like, why does everybody want to start Dalton Schultz?
It's not looking good for Achan, but they have a bye next week, so, and he was able to walk off the field, but I saw people like patting him on the back. I don't like that. If the guy's fine, just leave him alone. Flowers or Sutton?
Flowers.
And yes, of course, we will buy into Dalton Schultz, and he will let us down, Heath, for sure. Let's see. Gray. Oh, it's the Gray Cup today. How about that? Dobbs or Harvey?
Harvey.
Going for it. Wow. I don't see Greg Dulcich in those flowing locks of hair on the field.
In my gut, I feel better about Dobbs. I'm so nervous that we're going to see like a bunch of Tyler Bidet today if the Chiefs get up.
What are you doing?
What
are you doing? Why just kick the damn field goal? Why are teams afraid to kick field goals? You go up by 3. It's better to be winning than tied. It's just stupid.
So I wonder, it's interesting. I would say the math said go.
But the thing is, they've already failed in short yardage earlier today. They were right. Didn't they already turn it over on downs near the end zone?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. And they threw that pass to Waddle incomplete. It was a good play by Wagner.
And the up the middle stuff has not worked when they've like really, really needed it. I feel like that's not really the way to attack this defense. It's been very annoying.
Yeah, I would have kicked. Charbonnet or Tucker?
Charbonnet for me.
Tucker for me.
And then one of those running backs, Tez, Worthy, Parker, Washington. We need 2 flexes. PPR.
I have Tez the highest. I don't know if it's going to feel good to go with 2 Tampa Bay guys there, though.
I have Washington.
Yeah, but you can pick 2 of them.
So I'll also pick Tez.
Okay, yeah.
Quick break from this. How do you guys feel about Ricky Pearsall today?
I want to see it.
I want to see it too. I'm cautiously optimistic. If you need to start him, I think he really played well. And like they could score a lot of points today.
I'm really interested specifically in Heath. Would you start Ricky Pearsall or Michael Wilson?
So I'm going to go ahead and assume that I think last minute fiddling can really get you in trouble. I believe you already have Wilson in the lineup, so I would just leave him.
I do. So who should I start against Heath? Because Twitter is telling me 70% saying I should start Pearsall. I'm going to let my partner make that decision. We'll let the chips fall where they may. Now, reset here. We've got about half hour before this show is over. Jacob, your thoughts on the weather today and any changes you've made to your rankings?
Yeah, the biggest dropper is probably Jerry Jeudy. And I think it's just the classic, like downfield receivers I'm nervous about. Some of these guys who get work around the line of scrimmage, maybe not so much, like Wan'Dale Robinson. I feel like Jameis Winston will probably still be pretty aggressive in pushing the ball down the field. I moved some of the running backs up a little bit. I think the way Heath outlined it earlier was pretty much spot on with how I'm viewing it, where like the Giants game is probably the one I'm the least worried about.
Worried because you expect the least from the passing games? Because that one seems like it's going to be windier than the Steelers-Bengals game.
Yes, that one. Those are the two. Yeah.
All right. And I think like as old as Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco are, they know how to throw in the wind.
Their arms don't work as well anymore, though.
They throw a very tight spiral. It's not the velocity; it's the spin.
Okay. All right. And some of the guys have gotten so many questions about. Woody Marks stands out. How are we feeling about Woody Marks, Jacob?
I feel good about Woody Marks. He got the start. He started like pretty much every drive to begin last week's game. So this is a little bit different than the last time that we all got really excited about Woody Marks. And then the matchup is good too. So yeah, I feel like I've got him at running back 18 ahead of Kamani Vidal, ahead of Quinshon Judkins, RJ Harvey, DeAndre Swift. Some pretty good starts there. I feel pretty confident in him.
I've got him behind all those guys, but he is an RB2.
I want to look up one thing. I'm going to do it while you guys answer some questions.
I do kind of think the way they talked about it is like, if Woody Marks has a series and isn't productive and Nick Chubb gets rolling, the percentages could swing back, but I don't think that's really very likely because Nick Chubb hasn't really gotten rolling.
Yeah, that. And then I'm pretty sure I heard from Josh Norris that Woody Marks started the first 7 drives for them. So like, I don't know. It felt like a clear change where they also emphasized Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel more. It felt like a clear like kind of youth movement. I heard D'Amico Ryan say like the rookie nameplate is like off at this point. Like we just need these guys to contribute. Like we're not treating them as rookies. Talking about Ursary, the left tackle as well. I feel like that's where we're at with Houston.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to figure out weeks 1, 7, 8, and 9. I think that Tennessee on paper looks like a great matchup, but I don't think there's been a single game where both Jeffrey Simmons and Tavondre Sweat, their nose tackle and their defensive tackle, there hasn't been a single game where they both have played and not left with an injury. And usually Tennessee has a really good run defense. It's been bad this year, but their best run defenders, I think they're their best run defenders, have not played together at the same time. So this is actually the first time that this is going to happen. I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Simmons is playing today. I can't sit here and say it's a bad matchup, but I wouldn't be surprised if this wasn't as good of a matchup as it usually is.
Part of the appeal with Tennessee, though, is that the offense could make mistakes and put Houston's offense in like advantageous field situations, you know?
Yeah.
And then also I think while those guys are good and important, Houston's found something attacking the edges with Woody Marks, you know, getting him on the outside in space, where maybe those guys they're not as involved.
All right.
What a great throw from Mariota.
Did he catch that? Oh, wow. No, we want some overtime, although I don't know that Achane is coming back in because he has a back injury. We had overtime last Sunday too, right? That was Jonathan Taylor Day. All right, back to your questions. Please hit the like. You know, I was a little disappointed. We had like 3,000 people almost watching, and we didn't even get to 1,000 likes this morning. Right now, we have 1,415 people. Please hit the like button. It would mean a lot to us. We're at 303 likes. Let's get to 700. We can get to 700. We can do it, folks. You can do it. Now, Full PPR. It's like how my son would write it. Fannin or Sean Tucker?
Fannin.
Miss it. Overtime.
Let's go.
Maybe overtime. Maybe.
I'm fine with Fannin.
Yeah, the Dolphins could get a quick pass to Waddle, kick a field goal.
Quick pass to Dulcich. Addison, T-Mac, Quentin Johnston, pick one.
T-Mac.
It's Addison for me.
Judkins, Vidal, White, Pearsall, Marks, pick one.
It's a lot of players. It's Woody Marks for me.
It's weird.
I believe it is. I move my screen. Judkins for me.
Yeah, it's weird to not pick Judkins. That's what I was saying, but I don't want to pick him because he has been struggling. But it's, the Ravens' run defense has not been very good, even as their overall defense has improved. Oh, man, it's a tough one. Okay. Oh, Waddle! You stink. That's 2 drops for him.
Yikes.
This could have been a big day for Waddle. He's got 2 drops. He had an almost touchdown. Need 2.5 PPR. Charbonnet, Washington, Pearsall.
I would play the wide receivers.
Yeah.
Did I swear on the pod? Someone said, I remember what I said. It wasn't really a swear.
Achan's back.
Oh, good.
I think.
Why did I draft Mixon? Probably because I told you to. Sorry. Harvey, Charbonnet, Rachaad White, or Chubb? Oh, man, that's a lot of questions here.
It's Rachaad White just barely ahead of Harvey.
Oh, Rachaad White over Harvey.
I would go Harvey. I would go Theo. I would go Mahomes.
Agreed on the last 2. I'm wrong. I got that wrong. I have Harvey just ahead of White. Sorry.
Okay, good.
Thanks for that explanation. So I can clarify.
Oh, man. Michael Wilson, Gadsden, or Shaheed or Tez, half PPR.
Gadsden.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Still getting over Adam swearing on the podcast. I said the curse word version of Dumas. I think that's okay, right? Like no one's getting in trouble for that.
No, Jacob and I are not.
Vidal, Sutton, Franklin, Harvey.
Vidal.
Would be Harvey for me.
You think of Harvey Dent every time someone says Harvey, right?
No.
Yeah, I do though. Ferguson or Gadsden, and then Tracy McMillan or Pearsall.
Gadsden and McMillan for me.
Yep.
This is a funny tweet. Let's see who tweeted this. Devon Achan over Omar Kelly. Devon Achan came back in the game after being crushed by 520 pounds of Commanders. All right, that's good. Back in, ready for a big overtime. Heath, we have him in our leftovers league.
Yeah, it's always difficult earlier in the year when you have 25 teams that matter because you're always playing someone and playing against someone. But by this point in the year, you can kind of cast off those teams that you know are terrible. Yeah. And that is one of our terrible teams. I was looking, you don't have any Raiders or Cowboys.
Correct.
Okay. Because I have Dak, CD, and Bowers. So it'll be tomorrow night before you know. You don't want to know who I have?
Correct. I don't want to know who you have.
Dak, CD, and Bowers.
Oh! All right. Purdy, Nix, Brissett. Pick one.
It's Purdy for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Kareem Hunt, Ricky Pearsall, Ken Walker, Calvin Austin. Pick 2.
Full PPR. I think I'm going to go with Walker and Pearsall. I do like Calvin Austin a lot this week.
I will go Pearsall and Kareem Hunt.
The weather probably affects Calvin Austin, though. The downfield looks.
I would also go Pearsall and Kareem Hunt. RJ Harvey or Teteroa McMillan?
Adam loves Chiefs running backs as much as he dislikes Wan'Dale Robinson.
I like Chiefs running backs when
Harvey
injured. Yeah,
Harvey.
Vidal, Harvey, or ETN? Pick two.
I would bench Harvey.
I would bench Vidal.
Harvey N. Yeah, I'd bench Vidal. What should I do about Devontae Adams?
Start him.
Help me understand the benching Vidal thing. I feel like he's like what Harvey could be, but we've already seen it work for like a whole month.
No, but there's been two horrible games in there. And the Jaguars are good at one thing, it's stopping the run.
I mean, the Broncos are projected for like way fewer points than the Chargers. It's also a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I mean, let's go through his last 5 games. 22.8 points at Miami, 7.5 against the Colts, 19.7 against Minnesota, 3 at Tennessee, 17.8 against Pittsburgh. He had 7 catches in those first 2 games. He's had 1 catch in his last 3 games combined. No, 2 catches in his last 3 games combined. This is Kamani Vidal we're talking about here. Yeah, the Jaguars, they allow the 10th fewest points to running backs, 3.9 yards per carry. It's not easy. Like I said, he and Woody Marks are 2 that I really struggle with. We're talking about Kamani Vidal again. I had a different lower third there. But anyway, that's where I'm at.
I would like to say that Vidal has a much better floor than Harvey, except for that game log you just read off.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great answer for you, Jacob. What do you like about him?
I think he's played really, really well this year. I think the Jaguars could really struggle, and we could see a lot of like weird, like we could see a weird outcome where the Chargers just hog the ball, kind of. I think the Chargers defense is playing pretty well, and the Jaguars offense inspires like no confidence. So I know the matchup isn't great, but I do feel like the potential for like 20, 25 touches is pretty unique. And in comparison to Harvey, like we just have no idea what we're getting, and so. While there has been bad games for Vidal, that absolutely could be in the cards for Harvey too.
Okay. Yep. He's there's a reason why he's in a lot of these questions, you know. It's I think people they see the highs and they see the lows that we've gotten from Vidal.
Yeah.
All right. Daddy is playing Jamie in the Leftovers League. Mahomes or Herbert?
Mahomes.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. The worst possible outcome. The worst. Oh, awful.
I have Mahomes 1 spot ahead of Herbert.
I don't watch the games because I'm here locked in with you guys. What just happened? I'm sorry.
Mariota threw an interception. So now the Dolphins are going to run the ball 3 times, kick a field goal, and win.
I mean, if they run the ball 3 times, Achane might score.
Maybe. Pickens or McConkey? That's a tough one. Pickens.
I've got Pickens.
Oh, interesting. I thought I was going to be on Pickens Island there. Baker Mayfield or Caleb Williams?
Caleb.
Rachaad White or Teteroa McMillan?
Teteroa.
White. It's full PPR. I'm probably wrong there, but I would go White.
Let's see if I can get the soundbite.
What has happened here where like Heath and I have flipped on Teteroa McMillan? It's literally always backwards, or I'm saying Teteroa and you're never saying Teteroa.
No, I think you're confusing me with Adam.
Not that you're low on him necessarily. I guess maybe that I'm just like irrationally high on him most of the time. And then this week it's completely changed. So I guess it's just the me thing.
I've mostly just kept him in that low end wide receiver 2 range.
Yeah. Give me a break, loser. Judkins, Vidal, or Harvey? And then Sutton or Gadsden?
Gadsden over Sutton, and it is Vidal over Judkins for me.
I'd go Harvey and Gadsden.
I feel like Gadsden and Judkins' profile Vidal and Judkins' profile really similarly, where if the game goes their way, they can get a bunch of touches. We've seen bad games for both of them, and the Chargers are projected for 23 points, whereas the Browns are projected for 15, the lowest of any team this week.
Stafford or Flacco?
Stafford for me.
It's Flacco for me.
Stafford or Rodgers?
It's Stafford for me.
Rodgers.
Pearsall or Woody Marks? PPR.
Woody.
Yeah.
Trey Tucker, Franklin, or Charbonnet or Goddard?
Franklin.
I'm going Trey Tucker.
Obviously, when you hear Franklin, you think of Clifford Franklin, right?
No idea.
He was the wide receiver in the replacements. And their jerseys are kind of like red versions of the Broncos jerseys. That's a stretch. But anyway, what do we got here?
I've seen this guy reference. How old is the replacements?
Replacements is great. It's probably about 15 to 20 years old.
2000.
What, 20 to 25 years old is what I meant.
This has Keanu Reeves in it?
Bro, it's a top
Gene Hackman? Yeah, I gotta see this.
20 to 30 sports movie. I don't know. There's so many good sports movies, but it's a really good movie. I'd say it's a top 5 football movie. I can't think of 5 better ones.
All right, thank you.
We need some help here for a last place team. Troy Franklin, Quentin Johnston, Devontae Smith. We need 2.
Hey, thank you for still watching when you're 2 and 8.
Yeah, Brian.
Really appreciate that.
Tony,
Smith and Johnston.
Yep.
Michael Wilson, Amari DiMercado, Ricky Pearsall.
I have Pearsall higher, but Wilson is probably a little bit safer if that's the route you feel like you need to go.
Be Pearsall for me.
Okay. Monangai or Zonovan Knight?
Monangai.
Bam.
You know what? I don't care if Achane scores. He has had a freaking monster game. I'm just gonna be happy with it. Parker Washington or Ricky Pearsall?
Washington.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Oh no. Giants cornerback Paulson Adebo felt some discomfort in his knee after pregame warmups, and he has been downgraded to out. Boy, their defense is super beat up. This would be a big spot for the Packers if they want to throw, if it weren't so damn windy, but that's a shame. Dinesh needs a wide receiver and a flex. J-Mo, Parker Washington, AJ Brown, Trey Tucker.
AJ and J-Mo.
I have J-Mo for sure, and I do have Parker Washington ahead of AJ Brown. I think that's what I would go with. I feel like that Giants-Packers game is just going to, like, who cares about the win? We've got 2 DGAF quarterbacks, and it's just going to turn into this crazy shootout. That's my prediction.
DGAF.
Truly, it's like Jordan Love versus, I mean, it obviously could just be a ton of Josh Jacobs, but like Jordan Love versus Jameis Winston, you could see like 800 air yards in this game.
Okay, well, Dolphins win, by the way.
At least one of these weather games will be like not that bad, you know.
Right,
I feel like
sure.
this happens where sometimes we get a little too worried about it, and it would be hilarious if it's this one and it turns into this crazy game.
Which one, the Giants game?
Yeah, and it's like Jameis has been praying, you know, like nonstop. Like I just feel like this could be.
Any major? You want to? I don't think people care about our takeaways from this. I do think it was interesting that Chris Rodriguez really looked like the starter, but then they went to Bill later in the game. But Chris Rodriguez is definitely 16% rostered. I think he's going into his bye. Definitely someone you want to pick up off the waiver wire if you need a running back.
You guys want to give me the wrong person to start again? Our weekly segment. Aaron Jones, David Montgomery, Aronde Gadsden. I need to sit one of them in full PPR.
I would sit David Montgomery.
Yeah, sit Montgomery.
Okay.
Big Montgomery week. That's huge. I need that.
Heath, that was so easy. I'm so confident that we got that right.
Yeah. You're 0 for the season.
Josh Allen or Justin Herbert?
Josh Allen.
I almost feel like you're not actually trying to help me.
No. Was that the FFT league?
No.
Okay. Odunze, Dobbs, Michael Wilson, pick 2. First 2.
Yep.
Yeah. No, the FFT league is the double tight end league. I wouldn't have room for Gadsden.
Oh, you've McBride and Bowers?
Yeah. And Lamb and Deck.
Oh, geez. I think I'm going to lose.
Well, you got Achane and Travion Henderson. You better not lose.
Pick 3, Wan'Dale, Sutton, Zay, J-Mo, Johnston. That's a funny name, by the way. Drank so much I used.
Zay and Wan'Dale at the top for me, and then it's between J-Mo and Quentin Johnston. I think it's J-Mo.
Yeah, Zay, J-Mo, Wan'Dale. I like it.
Yeah, all right. Parker Washington, Tez Johnson, or Michael Wilson?
It's Tez for me. Good luck.
It would be Parker Washington for me.
And for me. Heath and I have been completely simpatico today. except on Thursday when I dropped Justin Fields from our team and didn't tell him. Stafford or Caleb Williams?
Who do we start over him? Jameis?
Starting Jameis, yeah.
Yeah, good call. Stafford for me.
Caleb.
Parker Washington or Pearsall? I am actually making this decision against Heath. I'm starting Parker Washington.
Yeah, I'd go Pearsall.
Washington's fine.
Oh, you wouldn't. What would you really do?
I think in my rankings, I would not be making that decision based on your lineup.
I don't get it.
You'll find out.
Okay.
Let's wait until about 12:55.
What? What am I missing here?
I'd go JMO over Sutton, probably.
Yeah, I would.
Yep.
Am I forgetting someone here? I don't think so. Okay. Michael Wilson, Amari DiMercato, or Ricky Pearsall, PPR. Again, making this decision against Heath. Wilson versus Pearsall.
It'd be Pearsall for me.
Yeah.
I'm going with Wilson, but I think I might be dumb. I think it should be maybe Pearsall. What about DiMercato?
I was so excited about him earlier in the week, but with Bam back, I'm just afraid that it's going to continue to be Bam on early downs for the most part, even though DiMercato is much better.
He feels similarly risky to Pearsall. Like there's a ceiling for DiMercato that exists, but I would just go with Pearsall in full PPR because his ceiling's really high too.
DiMercato is probably going to be awesome because I benched him for Bam this morning in the FFT league.
Oh, I hope so. Pick 1.5 PPR. Rachaad White, Ricky Pearsall, Keenan Allen.
White.
Yep.
T-Mac, Jacoby Myers, Tez Johnson. Start 1.
T-Mac.
It's Tez for me.
Ooh, I have to break that tie.
We got a big T-Mac week coming.
I'm going to go with Tedero McMillan. Oh, here's one. Tedero McMillan, Jennings, Harvey, Marks. Oh, see, that's so nice. You do need a wide receiver, though? Oh, that's a bummer. You can't start both running backs. I'm going Harvey and McMillman.
Agreed.
I would go Marks and Jennings.
Devontae Smith, Romo Dunze, Tedero McMillan, or Cortland Sutton? Devontae Smith, Odunze, McMillan, or Sutton?
Devontae Smith. Is it on the screen? Am I missing it? Devontae Smith.
No, it's not on the screen.
Devontae Smith. Is it just pick one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Devontae Smith.
Oh, over Odunze?
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. Judy or Roman Wilson, PPR?
I actually am high on Roman Wilson, but I don't think I have my head of Judy.
Yeah, I'd go Judy.
Lamar or Flacco? Lamar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Flacco, Rodgers, Caleb Williams.
In 4-point per passing touchdown. I'm going Caleb.
I think I'd still be Flacco.
Man.
Yeah,
I got one league. My Superflex league, I'm starting Rodgers and Flacco. The better not be the weather, better not be that bad. All right. Anyway, what do you got? Marks, Tedero McMillan, and Rachaad White sit 1 in half PPR.
That worked out extremely well last time. You got to start those two against each other.
I would sit Tedero.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
I would sit Rachaad White. Purdy or Flacco?
Flacco.
I've got Purdy.
I need 2 out of Lad McConkey, Quinshon Judkins, Zay Flowers, half PPR.
I'd sit Flowers.
Half PPR. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Purdy makes me a little nervous. Like anytime I've got a viable starter, or I'm telling somebody to start that person over Purdy, just because like there is, I mean, anybody could get hurt, but like I do get nervous that he could leave this game.
And he's playing hurt. For the 10th time I've said it this week. Sorry, but they said his toe is going to be an issue all season. Did we answer this one? You guys answer this one?
Yeah, we both said sit Flowers in half PPR.
Senor Jacob Gibbs. I don't think we need the I in there. It's just S-E-N.
Correct.
The tilde got to go over the N, not the O. Mahomes or Stanford? 4 point per passing touchdown.
Mahomes, you know.
I'll go Stanford.
Crazy.
Ken Walker or Rashid Shaheed?
I'll go with Ken Walker. Good luck.
Tough situation for Nick. Michael Wilson, Luther Burden, Calvin Ridley.
Yikes. That is tough. I feel like it's Wilson, but I'm really high on Burden.
I like Ridley.
So oddly easy for me that I'm going
Wilson. Yeah.
I would go Ridley if it weren't the Texans.
I've got Ridley really low. Do we even know that he'll play a full allotment of snaps? Plus the matchup, plus everything?
No, but that's why what you just said is why I haven't answered Pearsall at all.
Yeah.
Right? I don't
know.
But
I mean, he's playing the Cardinals, and we've seen some semblance of success from him and that passing game. Like they're now protected for 15 points.
Is that how many points the Titans are projected for?
Yeah.
Is there a better matchup in terms of an elite player versus a great matchup than Texans DST versus Titans? It's amazing. McCaffrey versus Cardinals is really good. Parker Washington or Troy Franklin PPR?
Franklin for me.
Reluctantly Franklin, I guess.
Yeah, I've got him 2 spots ahead of Washington.
Yes, Christian Kirk is droppable. JMO or Vidal? I'm going Vidal over JMO in my league, but nervous about it.
I like that.
It's half. My league's half PPR. Full PPR, I think probably still go Vidal. All leagues should be half PPR. Marks or Harvey? Marks for Jacob, Harvey for me and Heath.
Yep.
Kate Otten or Evan Ingram? Worried about the wind?
Otten.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand being worried about the wind, but you don't want to go, like 10 spots down in the rankings because of wind.
Yeah.
1 wide receiver and a flex in PPR. Woody Marks, Romo Dunze, Troy Franklin. First 2. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vidal or Judkins, half PPR?
Vidal?
Quinshon
Judkins.
Quinshon Judkins, second lowest yards before contact per carry in the NFL of running backs, so something like 30 or more carries. Really weird. Even when he was running great, they just do not block well for him.
So one thing we didn't talk about with this win, and there's still a couple of minutes for people to make lineup changes. Are you trying to look for a different kicker if you have a kicker in one of these win games?
Absolutely. I did that with Packers kickers. And I went with Will Reichard in Minnesota instead.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that because you know what I saw? Okay, the weather. We always say, "Oh, last week was the Giants Bears. Weather didn't really affect it that much." It actually affected it in one major way. Those teams were not kicking field goals; they were going for it on 4th down, which is good, I guess, in one sense for offense. But for kickers, you might just see them in obvious kicking situations, just not kick. So I would personally try to avoid those kickers.
Okay.
All right, real rapid fire. Aaron Jones, ETN, Harvey, Javonte, pick 2. Ooh.
Javonte and Aaron Jones.
I love ETN this week, so it'd be ETN and Javonte for me.
Okay, I go Javonte and Jones. At least you're starting Javonte. Fannin or Sean Tucker, PPR?
Fannin.
Yep.
Tez, Parker, Tucker, Vidal, Marks. Wide receiver and a flex.
Oh, man.
Vidal and Washington.
It would be Marks and Tez for me.
I would go Vidal and Washington. It's very weird how alike Heath and I are. Tetaroa, Keenan Allen, Jawan Jennings.
Jennings.
I'd go Tetaroa.
Parker Washington or Jordan Addison?
Addison.
I have Washington.
I go Washington. I'm supposed to break ties. I'd also go Washington. Wow. Bijan, should I sit Bijan for Rico and Chase Brown?
No.
Tetaroa, McMillan, or Christian Watson? McMillan, right?
Yeah.
All right, see if we can get a couple more in here. Parker, Juwan, or Tetaroa, McMillan. I just did that one. Sorry. Henry or Barkley? Henry or Barkley?
Barkley.
And last question, Sutton or McMillan?
McMillan.
Sutton.
They're really close.
McMillan for me.
Should have shut up.
So
stick tight.
Like I'm facing Chris Boswell in the FFT league. Hopefully it's not too windy there.
Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I wouldn't get away from him necessarily because he's really good, Chris Boswell. And I'm not going to go, searching for kickers. Boswell's one of the better kickers in football. But yeah, you're right. All right. Well, good luck to you, Heath. Yep. Big freaking game. Let's go.
It's huge. I had the same thing 2 weeks ago with Jamie, and he scored like 190 points. You've had 2 players play, and I think you've scored 50. So,
you got Deebo Samuel. That sucks. You don't deserve 21 points from Deebo Samuel.
Why?
I'm not giving them to you. I'm going to petition. You don't deserve them.
Why? I deserve them. I was high on Deebo all summer.
He didn't deserve them.
He had 7 catches for 74 yards and a touchdown.
You thought he fumbled.
I thought he did.
Got me there.
Good luck to you all. We'll talk to you about 7:45 p.m. Eastern with a recap of all these games. Good luck, and let's get a win in Week 11. See ya.